An Ottawa County Sheriff's deputy is recovering after he was struck by a car on icy roads last night.
News 8's Byron Tollefson has more on what happened.
An Ottawa County deputy's life put at risk while he was out serving his community.
Those guys are out there every day putting themselves in harm's way, whether it's responding to a violent call or a traffic crash or directing traffic. It's inherent in the job.
Captain Jake Sparks says the situation began around 9 o'clock Monday night when a semi going south on US 31 on icy roads couldn't stop for a red light. The semi driver crashed into a vehicle going east on Port Sheldon Street, then crossed the median and hit a northbound vehicle head on. With the semi turned over, deputies closed the road in both directions. The sheriff's office says while the deputy was redirecting traffic on this closed road, a driver from Grand Haven couldn't stop because it was so icy, and he ended up hitting the deputy. The deputy, a 34-year-old from West Olive, has served with the sheriff's department for about a year and a half. Sparks says he saw the vehicle coming and was able to move slightly to lessen the impact. Still,
I actually carried him up onto the hood of the vehicle, and then he fell off. So. Very dangerous situation.
The deputy was taken to the hospital. Sparks says he was injured in the lower leg, but he's expected to make a full recovery. In fact, as soon as he got out of the hospital, he couldn't wait to get back on the job. He actually finished the rest of his shift.
Well, I think it speaks a lot to the mindset of the deputies. There's work to be done.
The National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health says nationwide motor vehicle incidents are the leading cause of death for law enforcement in the line of duty. From 2011 to 2020, 454 officers died in crashes. Sparks says the deputy took the right steps to protect himself, turning on his emergency lights in a patrol car, wearing a traffic vest to make sure he was visible, and using a flashlight.
Even conducting a traffic stop has a lot of risk involved in it as well. So just the positioning of the vehicle, the use of the lighting, where you stand in comparison to your vehicle.
But at the end of the day, he says protecting first responders in the line of duty starts with drivers being careful in rough conditions. Sparks says while the Grand Haven man wasn't necessarily going above the speed limit, it was still too fast for those conditions because you have to be able to control your vehicle.
The only thing that can bring your vehicle to a stop more quickly is traveling at a slower speed to begin with. So anytime you see any emergency flashers, please, I would encourage all the motorists to slow down.
Whether that driver will face any charges is still under investigation. In West Olive, Byron Tollefson, News 8.